Hello. Now then, this is a pretty special beer, and it was fairly hard to get hold of. It's a brewery that probably some of you will know well. It's from the Thornbridge Brewery, and as you know, they've been going 10 years this year, and they come out with something a bit special. It's a Jaipur X Imperial IPA, as you can see. It's a big, I was going to say boy, but there's a woman there. It's a big woman at 10%, which is probably what the X is for. It's from the Thornbridge. It's a 500ml bottle. Yeah, it's. I've had this a couple of months because I actually bought two of them. I got them from, I think, Chester Wines and Beers. Google it anyway. They've really kind of, look at that, 2005, 10 years, 2015. There's the bottle cap on this monster beer. Let's open this one and see what we get. Quite a lot of smoke on the opening. Let's pour this into a small glass. Well, wow. So an Imperial IPA, or some people call it a triple IPA. Anyway, it was a one fingerish off-white head. It's gone down fairly quickly, judging probably by the amount of the volume, 10%. Into the light, it's fairly clear, but it's got lots of yeast sediment, generally suspended in the beer glass. You can pick up on that. Lots of little, slight hop haze going on. Really, that's probably more what it is, as well as the yeast in the bottle. Let's get a nose on this 10% beer. Massive tropical fruit aroma. You're getting your grapefruit, your mango, your pears, everything you want to name it, apples. It's got zestiness, oranges, lemons. There's a lot going on in this beer, on the aroma. Anyway, let's try this one. Cheers. I'll put this down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is something special. Look at the lacing it's leaving on just that mouthful alone. Look at that. The quality, the conditioning of this beer. As I've had this a few months, I've let it go a little bit longer than I'd like, but let's have another go. This is going to be a longer video, so it's, considering it's 10% beer, an IPA, you can definitely tell you're drinking something with a bit more than your average IPA, put it that way, English or a single American IPA. It's definitely got more, there's a little bit more alcohol presence in this, but it's not too unpleasant. I mean, 10%, people see a 10% on a beer and they, that they run a mile. A lot of people run a mile. Obviously it's not a beer you're going to session. If you're having one beer, then it's fine. Or a bottle like this, you could share it. I'm going to go and see if my dad wants a glass of this, but we'll have to see. Or I might get a little cork thing and put it in a bottle and have it another day, but we'll see how I feel in a bit. But I'll drink this glass and then see where we are. But let's go for some taste for you. I've been so taken aback, it's completely lost what I was going to say. It's a very smooth beer. It's got that, it's very bitter on the front end, but it's very smooth after that. Then you've got them obvious tropical fruits coming in, the passion fruit, the mango, your citrousness. I can't even say it. That's not the beer, it's just me. Yeah, you've got your oranges. You're probably more of a blood orange. The zest of orange, the zest of lemon. There's so many different tropical flavours going around. It's got the obvious bitterness at the front. Real sharp. Then it just smooths out. The alcohol volume in it, it then smooths that out. It irons it out a little bit. And it just leaves a nice... It's not burning so much there, but it's more when it gets down into your stomach, you kind of know you've had a little bit more than just your normal run-of-the-mill beer. It's up there with one of the best. There's a load of information on the back. It's also very carbonated. Yeah, there's a lot of writing there, so if you want to pause it, I'll slowly lift the bottle up so you can, excuse me, so you can actually read it and pause it at your leisure. There's websites and other things going on there. I will put it in the descriptions when I get round to posting it. Well, you've already seen this now, so it will be below this video. So yeah, it's and that's their innovation, passion and knowledge. Thornbridge Jaipur X or 10. Imperial IPA 10%. I've had a few of their beers before, and obviously I have had this before, mine too, a few months ago. I saw that it come out online, and one or two other people reviewed it. And I thought, you know what, I like the original Jaipur, but I wanted to give this a try. This would scare a lot of people away. But if you like your IPAs and you like them a little bit bolder, a little bit more, a little bit more than your standard ones, you've got to try and get it. I don't know if they're doing any more of this. It's a special edition. They done one batch and I was feared that I'd actually lose out, and then I found out they'd done a second batch, and I hunted around online. I found somewhere. I will post where I got this below, as well as a few other bits and pieces. But this is a big beer. I'm not even going to put any more in my glass. Show you the bottle cap again. See that all right? It's a special beer for a 10th anniversary. I think because I've been drinking their beers on and off for quite a while. Some breweries, they start out and they stay where they are, you know, traditional bitters, etc. But others kind of move with the times, and more sort of craft beer, they move with the times. They try and keep involved with what's people are drinking. There's always a market for every style of beer, as far as I'm concerned. Even beers that I'm not personally, not say keen on, my palate's not used to yet. Things like the sours and some of the saisons. My palate is at a very early stages of trying to get its head around it, basically. But just because I'm not used to it doesn't mean I'm not going to try it. And a lot of people stick to what they know, which is fine. But then there's other people that want to try something different. I would personally go and try something different. If you like your normal IPAs, a little bit, say up to 6%, and you're used to drinking a few, okay, you might have a day where you just fancy one beer. This is the beer for that. Being at 10%, it's got a fair amount of alcohol in it, but to be honest with you, it doesn't drink like a 10% beer. It probably drinks more like a 7 or 8%, to me. It's got a little bit of a burn, not a burn, but it's a warming sensation in the stomach as it goes down. I have one more taste, I'll give it a rating. It's very smooth. The more you're drinking it, the more you're getting that, the sweetness at the front is just sticking around. The bitterness, your palate is actually, I always find this with a beer that's got a lot of flavour, a lot of hops, a lot of bitterness. The more you drink it, the more they fade a little bit, but it's kind of a moreish. It's very hard for me to explain. I think probably you seasoned drinkers probably know what I'm on about. I hope. But no, it's just still leaving a bit of lacing. Anyway, I'm going to give this a rating. For me personally, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from me. If you've got any comments or whatever, it'd be great to hear from you. As I say, I'm still fairly new to this beer reviewing thing, so drop it in the comments box, or follow us. Be nice to have a few more followers, and cheers.